Today's reports from Iran suggest we have moved beyond simple civil unrest into something resembling a full-scale national uprising. The visual data is backing this up. If you look at the latest situation maps from OSINT specialist Mayakovsk 73, you can see a clear and terrifying distinction. He has specifically marked regions where protests remain peaceful versus areas that have descended into open insurrection, firefights, and high-stakes sabotage. It's no longer a monolithic movement, it's a multi-front war.
That's exactly right, and the regime's reaction tells you everything you need to know about their level of panic. For the first time, we are seeing mass internet blackouts. It started in Kermanshah, a key Kurdish city, right as security forces opened fire on a massive crowd. But now, it's spreading everywhere. I mentioned this would happen. The authorities are terrified of losing total control. As we speak, there are reports that the regime has even cut electricity nationwide. This is a deliberate blackout tactic to kill all communication, coordination, and the ability of people to share footage of what's coming next.
Tehran, of course, remains the primary battlefield. The footage coming out of the capital tonight is more intense than anything we've seen in the past decade. It seems like the city has truly ignited with a new kind of fury.
Tehran is a war zone tonight. In specific neighborhoods like Naziabad and along the Firdos Boulevard, the night is lit up by burning security vehicles and administrative buildings. Protesters are systematically seizing IRGC checkpoints. One of the most common sights on the streets, as seen in the viral fourth video, is the capture of Basij motorcycles. The protesters are stripping these flying squads of their mobility by burning their bikes right there on the pavement. We're also seeing extremely fierce, sustained clashes in Shadabad, where neither side is backing down.
It's not just Tehran, though. We are seeing incredible acts of defiance and organized resistance in the provinces as well.
The level of organization is what's shifting. Look at Shara Mahal and Bakhtiari. We saw footage of people advancing towards security forces while taking cover under a massive improvised shield. That's a military-style tactic. In Mashhad, the defiance is total. Protesters attacked an IRGC minibus, captured it, and successfully freed every single person who had been arrested inside. Later in the same city, they set fire to 3 IRGC buses simultaneously. We've also seen a man in his car literally ramming through a line of security forces. And in Nishapur, the tables have turned so far that protesters were actually chasing a group of Basij members, with one revolutionary firing a weapon at the retreating guards.
The human cost is staggering, and it's no longer just the protesters who are falling.
The violence has become incredibly personal. In Rasht, a Basij member was reportedly lynched by an angry mob. We're also seeing a digital manhunt. Protesters have shared a clear photo of a Basij member who didn't cover his face, and they are now calling for his identification and punishment. In Kermanshah, the firefights have been lethal. At least 2 regime guards were neutralized in the last few hours. As the death toll for the protesters climbs, the regime's forces are starting to pay a blood price as well.
On the international stage, Donald Trump has just issued what might be the most direct threat to the Iranian leadership we've ever heard. His logic seems very specific.
Trump's statement was a massive bombshell. He said that if the regime continues to kill its people, the U.S. will strike with a very heady blow. His exact words were, "If they start killing people during the protests, we will strike them very hard. They will have to pay in hell." His logic is brutally simple. He's essentially telling the Iranian people they have a green light to attack the symbols of the regime, but he's warning the Ayatollahs that if they use lethal force to stop them, Washington will intervene. The regime is taking this with absolute seriousness. Half of their official state broadcasts are now panicked responses directed at the U.S. and Israel.
Finally, what can you tell us about the silent regions that are now starting to stir?
This is a nightmare scenario for Tehran. The Azerbaijani region, which had been relatively quiet, is now being drawn in, specifically the city of Khoi. In Gorgan, the people didn't just protest, they burned down the governor's office. In Kaimia, Fars, the crowd literally toppled a statue of General Soleimani, a massive symbolic blow. In Khorramabad, they've raised the traditional lion and sun flag, rejecting the Islamic Republic's colors. Even in Balochistan, where things haven't fully exploded yet, the Front of People's Fighters in Jaish-e-Adil have called for the Baloch people to show their solidarity. This night is going to be incredibly harsh, and the world is watching to see just how far the regime is willing to go.